Demon Slayer is one of, if not the most popular anime going on right now, and as y'all know, it's what kickstarted my channel. I'm a huge fan. Recently, I started making more Demon Slayer videos, especially since its second game, Hinokami Chronicles 2, came out, and even my last video, I made a tier list video where I ranked all the breathing styles. Now today, as you could probably see by the title and thumbnail, is another tier list. Today I will be doing something that I also did for a Dragon Ball video I made like 2-3 weeks ago. I put the Demon Slayer characters in the Akatsuki. I'm gonna do a little bit different how I did it in the Dragon Ball video, where this time I'm not just gonna put the villains from Demon Slayer in the Akatsuki, because then it would just be the 12 Kizuki, the upper moons, call it a day, bada bing bada boom, and that would just be boring. We all know that, like, that's obvious. So I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, where I'm not just going to do which characters would be in the Akatsuki. I'm going to do my best to pair them up and put them into teams, just like how they were in the original Akatsuki in Naruto. So it won't just be how I did in Dragon Ball video, where these are my 11 characters that are going to be in the Akatsuki, and everybody else is going to be, well, they might be in the Akatsuki, they might not. I'm gonna put them, these characters that I put in the tier list will be in the Akatsuki, and they're gonna be organized into teams, but not only organized into teams, but also I will assign them tail beasts that they would go after based on their teams. So sounds pretty exciting. So if you're excited and ready to get into this just as much as I am, then make sure to like, comment, subscribe to let me know you like this type of content, and to join GOD. And while you're down there commenting, make sure to turn on post notifications so you don't miss the content that you like. You can tell a friend or a family member. Could be anybody. Could be your brother, sister, niece, nephew, son, daughter, mom, dad, aunt, uncle, grandpa, granddad. And make sure to go ahead and check out W right here, my sponsor right here. Use my promo code, link in description. Get 10% off on all drinks. Anyways, so as y'all can see, this is my tier list. Now, we're not doing Dokkan no Legends tiers here, unfortunately, because I wish I could, but you know what I'm saying? I can't, because it wouldn't work for what we're doing today. So I have them organized into 7 teams, because I think there were 7 teams. Well, I think there's actually like 5 teams, excluding Orochimaru and Sorcery, and then like White Zetsu and Black Zetsu, yada yada yada. But anyways, let me go ahead and explain the list. Okay, so obviously you have the leader, so that would be like the Obito or the, you know, Pain. Then you have Team 1, which it doesn't really, like, the numbering doesn't really matter. I just call them Team 1 through 7. Team 1 would go after Kurama and Matatabi. Team 1 doesn't mean the most powerful. Team 7 doesn't mean the weakest. As you know, Shukaku isn't the weakest. I just arranged them in these numbers. Like I said, the numbers don't really mean anything. But I put Kurama and Matatabi because they're like similar, like one's a fox, one's a cat. They're both kind of have that similar builds. Anyways, so Kurama, Matatabi, which is the two tails. So Kurama is like the strongest, Matatabi is the two tails, one of the weakest, if not the weakest. Then you have Gyuki and Isobu, again relatively similar. Gyuki is the second strongest, Isobu's like probably mid-range, maybe one of the weaker ones, I'm not. Anyways, then you have Chome, I believe is the seven tails, which is the bug looking thing. Then you have Team 4, Son Goku, shout out my glorious King Goku Christ. That's the boom 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 boom, like the real nigga. So Team 4 is actually Saiken, which is the 6 tails. I think it's the slug dude, blows bubble bass bitch. So Team 5 is Kokuo, which is like the 5 tails, the horse dude, the white horse looking. I think it's actually a girl, but anyways, they don't really have genders technically. Team 6 is Son Goku, my glorious King Goku Christ, and then Team 7, obviously Shukaku, the one tails, you know, sand dude. Probably honestly my favorite. Anyways, let's go ahead and start organizing into teams. So obviously the leader, I've already scoped him out, would be like Kaguya and Muzan. So obviously Kaguya and Muzan would be, and I really like these pictures of them. Like, they use good pictures, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes they have sucky pictures in these tier lists. But anyways, Kaguya and Muzan would be the leader. Duh. They would be the 10. Like, Muzan is, I mean, if you ever watch Demon Slayer, I mean, I would assume you're watching the damn video. Muzan acts very much like Muzan is a Tenta. I mean, he got the red eyes, he got the weird tentacle arms. No spoilers. I mean, that is a spoiler. Anyways, he's a demon. I mean, what do you think his abilities are gonna be? Freaking, I don't know. Anyways, I'm yapping. This is not what I planned for today. They're obviously the leaders. Pretty self-explanatory. They hate each other, but I can't just put Kaguya and not Muzan. I can't put Muzan and not Kaguya, or Ubiyashiki, or Oyakata-sama. Oh, I should also mention, I'm not going to do every single one of these characters. That'd be stupid. I'm not putting Ao, or Amane, or even Chachamaru in the Akatsuki. That just doesn't make sense. They don't even fight. And I'm probably not going to put like something like the Hand Demon, or like Kiria, who's like, Kiria is the only son of Kaguya. It looks like a girl, but in front of selection, but it's actually, spoiler alert, in the manga it's actually a guy, and he's the next leader after Kaguya blows himself up at the mansion. But actually, I think the new movie's out anyways, so it's not a spoiler. Okay, anyways, and the manga's been out for 5 years anyways, so no, it's not a spoiler. It's not my fault you haven't seen it. But yeah, I'm not gonna put them on because we already got Kaguya. We don't need his son. I mean, they do the same exact freaking thing. And yeah, like, I'm not putting Rokata, I'm not putting Makio. Well, I mean, I could, but then I'd have to put all three of them. All three of the wives. You get what I'm saying. So I'm just gonna put like the most prominent characters that would actually, because again, this isn't characters who are going to be in the Akatsuki. This is putting them onto teams. So if they're solo dolo, they don't work good on teams. Like, I mean, I guess I could put Gyu, but like, people like Gyu don't work on teams, if you know what I'm saying. So like, I'm gonna put they're gonna be on teams, except for the leaders. They're just both up here, but they're not together, obviously. So team, it's just one or the other. Like, Kaguya would be the leader or Muzan. So I'm putting them both up here. Capiche? Well, we'll just start off with Akaza. I'm just gonna put him up here now. I'm probably gonna relegate him. Akaza, right? So Akaza would deadass be in the Akatsuki. Duh, he a demon, but he not just a demon. He wanted the top 3 facts. So Akaza would need somebody else. So who would be on Akaza's team? Now remember, this is like, the Akatsuki and Naruto. So they gotta be similar personality or opposites. They either gotta be the same or opposites. Same thing with their abilities, the same or opposites. So there's like 2 main options that we're all thinking of, right? Okay, let's just, be normal. So Doma, I don't know why I said Domo. Also, I really hate how some of these tier lists, I don't know why, they only use, oh, that's right, because we haven't seen Doma in the anime yet. I don't know if you can really, they haven't used Doma or Hantengu. Actually, yep, why is Hantengu here? He's in the lab. Same thing happened in the other tier list. They had like sound breathing as the manga panel instead of the anime. I don't know why they did that. So I can either go Doma or Kyojuro. Now obviously you're probably thinking Kyojuro. Why would you pick Kyojuro? He's, you know what I'm saying? But again, this is the Akatsuki, so everybody here is evil. Okay, that goes without saying, right? So Doma, obviously they're both demons. They hate each other, and they would never really work with each other realistically. As we already know, like, Akaza only beats up men because every woman looks like his girlfriend to him, and Doma only eats women because women have more protein than men do, which makes sense, like in terms of like the animal kingdom, right? Like, we only eat female animals. Like, humans only eat female animals. Like, we eat cows, not bulls, right? We eat chicken, not roosters, right? So on and so forth. We eat duck. Well, I don't know if I could say we, but some people eat duck, but you don't eat a goose. I think that's how that works. You get the point, okay? The last analogy was horrible, dog shit, okay? Just like my golden takes, hot takes. But you get what I'm trying to say. We can either go Doma. These are the 2 people off the top of the chrome that only make sense. Doma or Kyojuro. Now I don't want this video to go on forever, even though it probably will, and I don't want to spend like too much time thinking about intricacies or whatever. This isn't a hot take video. I'm just anyway, so I don't want this to be too long, probably like 30 minutes, but I also do kind of want to explain my point. So if I put Doma, right, they're opposites, and even in the Akatsuki and Naruto you do have opposites, at least in terms of personality. Hidan and Kakuzu, polar opposites in personality. Even Sasori and Deidara, pure opposites in personality, right? But they work well together. These 2, I think, would work well together if they were put on a team together. I think they would, but they'd also argue a lot. Like, it'd kind of be like Hidan and Kakuzu. They both want a box, but they would argue about literally every time somebody opens their mouth, the other would argue it, right? But the thing is Doma speaks to Akaza condescendingly, kind of like, like a superior, like your boss, not your boss, but like a superior employee in the company or something like that. So he kind of has a condescending tone when he talks to Akaza. Doma also views Akaza as a friend, but Akaza kind of hates him. But Doma understands Akaza, like, oh, like, I get it, like, you used to be stronger than me, now I'm better than you and shit, so you like mad and shit, like, it's cool, so they got like pettiness between each other, right? I mean, they have somewhat similar fighting styles. I mean, Doma, obviously, spoiler, has ice, and Akaza does not have ice, but he has the battle compass, which looks like a snowflake, but it's actually it's just battle instinct. So it's kind of like a really shitty version of Ultra Instinct from Dragon Ball Super. It's kind of like a domain expansion, actually. Everything within his dome, everything within his vicinity, if you have like killing intent, or like, you know, if you intend to like attack him, he can sense it with his battle compass, because he lays out his battle compass, which looks like a snowflake on the ground, and then when you step inside that battle compass with the intent to fight him, he can sense all your movements pretty much. So basically he has like that one domain expansion from JJK with the katana girl that sucks, and also kind of like that katana dude from Hunter x Hunter on the what's it called, they're the 9, the Phantom Troop, Kurapika or Kurapika, however you say his name, is going after. But let me digress. So, or I could put up Kyojuro. Opposites, but they both have like a respect for each other in a way, if that makes sense. Now, obviously, kind of like Doma and Akaza, where Doma's obviously the superior, Akaza is obviously the superior to Kyojuro, but Akaza isn't condescending towards Kyojuro. He's like, become a demon, then we can fight together forever. Like, Akaza loves that rivalry there. And since they would both be demons, they'd both be evil in this scenario. I think it works, you know, with Kyojuro and Akaza, where, you know, they both love to fight. They're both like martial artists. Well, I guess technically sword fighting considered martial arts, but anyways, but they both have that fighting. They both have that warrior instinct, if you know what I mean. Like, he has literally battle instinct, battle compass, and Kyojuro has his iron fist, if you will, like, you know, his iron sword, flaming sword. Flame breathing is kendo, which is like large abrasive slashes that burn your opponent, and Akaza beats the shit out of you. So I think they would get along well, and honestly I kind of like it more than Doma. And no, I'm not shipping them, so shippers, don't. I mean, you can if you want to, but don't. I didn't know that it was legal to be in love with a donut. As the music cut off, you hear that? Yeah, honestly, Son Goku would be perfect for Akaza and Kyojuro. Like, think about it. Son Goku all about them hands, because my glorious King Goku. Christ, that's Son Goku. But he ain't no son, he a father. Facts. But anyways, father, my God, Lord Goku Christ. So this would be perfect, honestly. Akaza Kyojuro. I mean, because Son Goku's all about them hands, but he also got the flames. Akaza also about the hands, around Goku with the flames. See, this is perfect. Like, this is like literally a match made in freaking heaven. Okay, now obviously next up right here on the list would be Daki, but actually, I was actually going to do this first, but then I completely freaking forgot. We gotta go Yoruichi. Why do I keep saying Yoruichi? It's Yoriichi. See, like, of course, bro. Like, of course. I couldn't not put these two together. Who else could I put Kokushibo with? He's not like any of the other demons. He can't go with freaking Doma. He can't go Hantengu. The only person he can maybe go with is Kaigaku. But, like, that's a far stretch. And the reason I say Kaigaku is because Kokushibo is the one that turned Kaigaku into a demon, because Kokushibo wanted to find another demon slayer that would be willing to turn into a demon, and because he's the only fucking one. And this demon, and Kaigaku would be willing to turn into a demon. But come on now, you can't put Kokushibo. There's an obvious disparity. Okay, Kokushibo and Yoriichi, this is perfect match made in heaven. Don't really need to explain it. They're literally the exact opposites of each other, but they both are like they're both together, but they're opposites. You know what I'm saying? Like, read the manga, okay, or just wait until the movie comes out in 2029. Plebeians, anime elitist over here. I think Kurama and Matatabi is actually kind of perfect too, because Yoruichi represents the sun, you know, red, orange, light yellow, gold, and that's Kurama, and then Matatabi is blue and black. Kokushibo, spoiler alert, his ability is like blue and black, you know, the moons. Okay, anyways, so that's self-explanatory. Do I really need to explain it? Okay, anyways, Doma would be next up. Actually, off the top of the chrome, I don't know who would go with Doma. Doma's kind of weird. I mean, if anything, like maybe Enmu. I mean, he changed. Oh, actually, you know what? I like them apples. Huh? What'd you think about that, huh? They both zesty. They're like if Whis from Dragon Ball had 2 kids. I mean, obviously way weaker kids, like a million, kabillion, dimensionally weaker. But like Doma and Gyoko, I think would be perfect together. They're both zesty demons. Like, literally, not even like oh, they just, you know, they demons, but they're literally zesty demons. Like, they're demons and they're zesty. Like, it's like they would go. He got ice. He got like gay ice. He got zesty ice, and he got like weird, like a freaking weird fish paintings fetish. He's an artiste. Like, he's an artist and he got a fish fetish. Like, what I didn't know those two went together, to be honest. Yeah, I think this works. And then I think they would go after Saiken, because Saiken is just weird. He's like the weirdest one. Like he's like a blob slug thing, and he like squirts juices, and he's weird and blows bubbles like Bubble Bass, SpongeBob or something. Okay, anyways, but yeah, I think this works. If I find a better pair, I'm gonna take them down. Not not like how they would want me to take them down. So next up, I mean, I could just put Daki and Gyutaro, but I feel like that'd be pretty easy. Like, you know, like I just do Daki, Gyutaro. Well, I mean, obviously this is kind of like the cop out, like duh. I mean, they even work together in their own show, like their brother and sister. He lives inside of her paws, not even paws. Like he just literally, yeah, like he sleeps, like because they're fused into one. Because she was technically dead, kinda, when she became a demon. They kind of just fused together, because yeah. So they're technically sharing the same body, because she's technically dead. So he's keeping her alive. Okay, anyways. And they'd probably go after Chome because he's a bug. The Seven Tails, he's a bug. He got like Gyutaro's like the praying mantis, and even in the show, Inosuke calls him a praying mantis. Now I should also mention, I was thinking about this earlier, but I forgot to mention it for some reason. I'm gonna do multiple teams, right? Like I'm not just gonna do like, okay, I'm just gonna do team 2, team 5, team 7. All right, call it a day. Like I'm gonna do more teams, okay, more than just these ones, so that we can get more characters, as much characters as possible. Because yeah, okay. Anyways. Or, I mean, I could also put, like, Kyojuro and Mitsuri. I just realized, the snake, Kabura-maru? See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, why is he even here? I mean, he's cool, but, like, why would I, whatever. He literally doesn't talk, whatever. Like, it's alright. So, next up, we could go, like, Mitsuri and Obanai. Because here's the thing. I don't know, honestly, you know what I was gonna do? Tengen, I don't know if I'm gonna keep these up here. I probably won't. I'm probably gonna take them down. But they're both flashy. This sound breathing comes from thunder breathing. They have similar abilities, but like they wouldn't really get along. Zenitsu literally thinks he's weird, and they don't really have any meaningful moments together. So yeah, that's why I probably don't really want that one. I mean, I could just do like, you know, be like, okay, we'll just do Mitsuri and Obanai. But I could also do Obanai and Senemi. Like I could do Obanai and Senemi, because, you know, we see them together. Like they're pretty much together the entirety Infinity Castle arc. You know, they go on a mission together, which I believe is anime only, where they find the castle at the end of the arc, or at the beginning of the arc, where they see the Infinity Castle for the first time. But we don't really see them together that much. And same thing with Obanai and Mitsuri. We know that they like end up together, like they're kind of a thing. But I mean, other than that, there's not really like too much chemistry that we see together between them. I mean, their abilities would work together really well. But actually, now that I think about it, and I thought about this before, but then I forgot, Kaigaku and Zenitsu, you know what I'm saying? They probably go up, I probably put them here because, you know, water, lightning, Pokemon types, you know what I'm saying, types. But like, I mean, think about it. They grew up together. They're both pupils of the same dude. Jigoro, he's down here somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, Jigoro or a Kodaki. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Okay, nah, I'm playing. But anyways, I mean, I could do that, but I'm not gonna put it on this list, not right now. But Zenitsu, Kaigaku, I mean, pretty self-explanatory. They grew up together. They both use lightning. Now, Kaigaku's lightning is black lightning because he's a demon, and you can actually see his lightning. I mean, you can actually see, like, his lightning is actually, he generates real lightning because he's a demon. It's his blood demon art, which is lightning, black lightning. He can do first form. He could do all the forms except for the first form, but technically he could do 7th now. So like they're literally contrast each other in terms of abilities. They have the same abilities, but opposite ends of the same ability, and they have opposite personalities. He thinks he's better than everybody else, wants to be the best. He's kind of a wimp. It evens out, like it's perfect. You know what I'm saying? So I think that makes sense. Now, here's the thing. Obviously, gotta put Tanjiro on the list, but I mean, where would Tanjiro go? I mean, who would I put Tanjiro with? I mean, maybe Giyu, but I mean, there's like a disparity there. Like, I gotta put them like equal in terms of abilities, right? That's why I didn't take Tengen. Ooh, actually, speaking of, now see, like I don't know who I would actually put. Like, cause I don't know if I would put like Kokuo and Shukaku. I have no idea. Like, cause that's sand. Like, who would I put up against sand? I mean, I could do like Sanemi and Obanai because they're pretty equal. I mentioned them before. He's the second strongest. Obviously, it's stated by Kokushiba himself, and Obanai is like up there as well. The one I think he's the third strongest. There's evidence to back it up. I mean, he's the one that did the most damage, or did the most work against Muzan. He was there the most, even after losing both his eyes, which he can only see out of one anyways. He's still cooking with no eyes, with no sight, kind of like Gyome. So he's definitely up there. You probably caused the most trouble for Muzan, but I could put them together just because we see them together. I mentioned this before. They seem to work together well. He's all about precision. He's all about just violence, just, you know, purely offensive moves, especially since wind breathing is purely offensive. Obanai, you know, Snake, Kaburimaru, shout out Kaburimaru. He's the hype man. He's the, you know, chill man. Like, hey, calm down, bro. Like, we don't need to be like that for this situation. So I think these two can work. I mean, I could put them against Shukaku. I mean, Shukaku and Tsunemi would try to outrage each other, and Obanai could play median or something. I don't know how they would each capture. I mean, I think Akaza and Kyoto would just talk, like, fight to Rengo, like, fight. Like, they would talk with their hands, and they would kind of understand each other. Kokuo, I think, needs a bit more patience, since Kokuo, I think, is one of the more nicer ones, one of the more intelligent Tobis. I think Kokuo, I think, one of the more chill ones, I think. And so I think Giyu and Shinobi, besides the shippers, they kind of do go together. They are friends. They're canonically, like, besties, kind of. I don't know if besties is the right word, but you know what I mean. Like, out of all the Hashira, Shinobu's the only one that actually really likes Giyu. Not in that way. I mean, maybe she do. She probably do. But in some sense. But, like, none of the other Hashira really care about Giyu, or even really like him for that matter. I could put, like, Tanjiro, Muichiro together, since they're actually technically cousins. They're both calm. They both, like, bounce off each other. Both, like, but I mean, there's still a disparity there. Tanjiro's not really Hashira level. And also, they don't really have that. I mean, they're nice to each other and they're cool with each other, but they're not, like, really tied to each other that well. I mean, they are cousins, but, you know, very distant. They didn't even know that, and they never ever bring that up or talk about it. Another pair I did want to put together was, like, Gyome and Genya. There is a disparity there. Gyome is way stronger than Genya. Genya can't even use a fucking breathing style. So that was one I wanted to do, but there's too much of disparity there, to be honest. Now, I will go ahead and put in Jigoro and Urokodaki. I don't know, like, maybe they can go against Gyuki. Like, maybe I can put them here because, like, you know, like, lightning, water, you know, as I mentioned before with these two. Since they're both former Hashira, they're both not cultivators, but both senseis, mentors, trainers, coaches, whatever you want to call them. And, yeah, water, lightning, I think... Yeah, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, they don't really talk to each other much, but we don't know. They maybe send letters every day. Maybe they're besties. But I think it just fits. I mean, Demon Slayer isn't that deep anyway, so they're not really gonna have too many deep, like, characters that, like, oh, they go together. I mean, besides, like, Yorichi Kokushibo, Zenitsu and Kaigaku, Gyotaro Daki, like, the people up here, most of the characters don't have that much of a connection unless they're, like, literally these two, and these two. They're not really gonna have that much of a connection. You gotta give a little bit of a grace. But yeah, I would put and now that I think about it, there's not really too much. I mean, I could do Tanjiro and Nezuko. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think Tanjiro and Nezuko are pretty much the only one. I mean, I could do Tanjiro and also Inosuke, you know, because now I would not put Tanjiro with Zenitsu or Inosuke with Zenitsu because they don't really bounce off to each other well. Like, the group, the three work, or even the four work because they're the four. Like, Zenitsu and Inosuke are homies, but, like, they don't really bounce off each other, if you know what I mean. Like, Tanjiro and Inosuke bounce off each other. Like, Inosuke kind of views Tanjiro as, like, a big brother, which I think he actually kind of is, because I think Inosuke is, like, 15. I know Tanjiro is 16 because Nezuko is 14. And I think Zenitsu and Inosuke are 15. Zenitsu and Tanjiro don't really bounce off of each other that well either. I mean, they've worked together, like, the first time they met, but they don't really work that well together, especially looking at the first time they met. But Zenitsu does need somebody level-headed. Zenitsu would work better with Tanjiro than Inosuke because Tanjiro's level-heading, where Inosuke would play into Zenitsu's antics with his literal insanity, so it would not work. So I could do, like, Tanjiro and Nezuko. They would obviously go after, they would obviously go after Kurama and Monotabi, and it makes sense because Monotabi's a cat, Nezuko's cute, cats are cute. Math. Tanjiro fire, Kurama's orange, fire's orange. Math. So that equates, yeah. And plus, Yorichi is there, so you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like Sun and Moon, because she demon out the night. Like, bro, like the symmetry, bro. Like, this, maybe the Demon Slayer is pretty deep. I mean, look at the symmetry. Like, I mean, it's a show about light and darkness. I mean, that's pretty. Anyways, and then I could do like a Nosuke. I don't know where I put Nosuke, Tsunemi, because they're both freaking crazy. But again, there's a disparity there. Oh, Hold up. I know y'all can't see it, but y'all finna see it. These two on. Do they have a retired Tengen? Ooh. Why'd I say it like that? Ew. Okay, anyways. Shinjiro and Tengen. They're both retired. They're both flashy. I mean, there's probably not that much a disparity. Because, I mean, how good can a flame Hashira get? I mean, they both knew all the flame. And Shinjiro is, I will assume, probably stronger at his peak than Kyojiro, because Kyojiro learned from a friggin' tore up book with Mrs. Pages that he tore up and missed the pages. And yeah, and Kyojiro wasn't even in his peak. That like he became a Hashira and then died like a year or two later. Like he became a Hashira like a year or two before the story started. So he's probably like barely in his peak, like probably not even to his peak yet. Whereas Shinjiro has been Demon Slayer for many years. He's even the one that saved Obanai from his childhood and brought him into the Demon Slayer core. So I think retired Tengen and Shinjiro can go together, because I can't put Kyojiro and Tengen together because he's with Akaza. Oh, you know what? I could do like this. Yeah, I could do like this. I don't know if I'd have them go after. I don't know if I'd have like Masaru go after Shukaku and Obanai. I'd probably have them maybe go after like Saiken or Chomek, the bug dude, maybe something like that. I don't know. But Kanae uses flower breathing, and believe it or not, Tsunemi and Kanae were kind of a thing before she died. Kanae is Shinobu's older sister, so I could do something like that, where I do these two, the two lovebirds together. But like, just imagine these two just running the dolies to the Demon Slayer universe. They'd literally be unstoppable. Like literally, like that. Like they would literally, like nobody would stop them. Not even Muzan. Yudorichi cooks Muzan. Speed blizzard, half a second, Muzan dead. Just imagine Kokushiba's just there for more support, if he even needs it. Yudorichi is a god in this verse, a little deity. I mean, I could do Tanjiro and like Kanao, but like he never ever fights with Kanao ever. They have no team chemistry, and they're not even like a thing until the very end, like when, you know, we've never seen them really together. I mean, they like each other, they're nice to each other, but like we've never seen them fight. She's kind of just like the female quiet version of him, and so like it would work, but it's just like, you know, that's kind of just like a boring, just kind of boring, you know what I'm saying? Whereas like these two, like we know have team chemistry, like they be running the dolies. Tanjiro's dad and Rengoku dad, or I guess it's Kyojiro's dad, because they're both named Rengoku. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. No, maybe not. He don't box. Dad. Ooh, Sabito and Giyu. Okay, and then maybe Kanae Guillaume. Okay, now I'm really cooking, you know what I'm saying? Because they sisters, they do Canal, bitch. Okay, cool, you know what I'm saying? Canal. My box is getting smaller and smaller. Look at these dimensions. I mean, there's obviously disparity there, so like no. Plus, they literally never fight together. They never even seen doing it. They don't even talk to each other because she can't talk. Or at least not at the time where they was together, where she was alive. She met her 2 weeks later, died. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, these two could work. And then Tsunemi and Gyome, these are the top two. These are the big two. You know what I'm saying? Forget the big three. It's just big two. Julie, you know what I'm saying? Okay. But you know what I'm saying? But you got Tsunemi, Gyome, these are the two strongest. They literally fight together against Kokushibo. So this could work, but I just, you know, I just don't really like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like that answer. And yeah, Giyu and Sabito, obviously, but, you know, we've never seen them fight together. Literally, Sabito saved Giyu and then died. Like, so they, you know, I mean, they probably trained together. We know they was homies growing up, but we haven't seen too much chemistry between them. Not as much as these two. You know what I'm saying? I could do Murata and Aoi, because believe it or not, Ao was actually a water breather before she retired, quit basically, and just became an aide for Shinobu. But yeah, they both really suck at water breathing, so they're both really, which is like the easiest form to learn, literally canonically. So I mean, and they can go after Saiken, who's all about water, except they probably be grossed out by it, and they can bond about that. I mean, I could put like a Nosuke. I could do a Nosuke and Ao, but again, they're a disparity, and they technically are a thing at the end, or they do end up being a thing at the very end. But like, we literally see, well, I mean, we see somewhat connection between them, but for me, it's kind of just like banter. It's not really like a, plus again, like there's a disparity. He's way stronger than her and she's just an aide, whereas like Murata, that's pretty equal. He trash. Yeah, I could do like Sanemi and Genya, but again, disparity, and Sanemi would not, absolutely not work with Genya. Even at the end, even in the fight with Kokushibo, Sanemi did not want Genya's help because he wanted to protect him. Even then, even in life or death. I mean, I could do Inosuke and Genya. I think that'd be pretty funny. So we could do that. Now, where did I put his bitch ass at? I think they would go after Sengoku because they crazy. But I think Shukaku works too because they crazy. They like some crash outs. Well, Genya's not really crash out. He's kind of nice. But I think this somewhat works. I mean, it works, but like, I don't know. We haven't seen them fight together that much. Actually, at all. I don't think we've actually seen them. Let me think. We go through all the arcs in my head. The only time they're seen together ever is like in the Infinity Castle. I mean, Hashira training arc. They maybe have, I don't even know if they ever, because Inosuke's not there during the Swordsmith Village arc. And even in the Infinity Castle, Inosuke fights with Kanao. And I don't know if they ever even talk. I don't even know. maybe this won't work. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Where's Hantengu at? I don't know who Hantengu is. He got like 72 different personalities. And he's just way too damn emotional. I don't know who he could possibly work with. And no, it's not Gyoko. He just happened to show up with Gyoko. He does not work with Gyoko. I don't know. I'm not really gonna do any of the spider demons. Like, I'm not really gonna do Ri. Like, I could do, Sumiyoshi and shit. Sumiyoshi and Tanjiro dad. Tanjiro. Where you go right here. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. But yeah, I'm probably not gonna do like Rui. Because who would I put Rui with? Enmu? Rui only cares about his family. He wouldn't work with anybody. I feel like I'm missing out not putting Muichiro, but who would I put him with? I can't really put him with Guillaume. That does not work. Muichiro doesn't really fight with anybody. Most Hashiras don't fight with anybody. And it's actually a thing in the Demon Slayer Corps that Hashiras cannot fight with other Hashiras, or they never end up fighting with other Hashiras. Like, even like in the Swordsmith Village arc with Matsuri and Muichiro, they weren't together. Right? Hashiras don't really ever fight together because Hashiras are sent on missions with their Sugoku, or you know, inferior core members. I mean, I could do Yahaba and Susumaru, like, you know, the Arrow and the Tamari ball demon girl, but like, you know, like pro freaking soccer player Cristiano Ronaldo, Susumaru Ronaldo. But I mean, like, do you really care? No. Like, okay, cool, I ranked them. Like, so what? You know what I'm saying? You don't care about them. I don't. I feel like I need to put Guillermo. But Guillermo's kind of an enigma. He's even said in the show, in the manga, in the anime, to be an enigma. So he don't really go anywhere. I mean, I could do Sabito and Makomo. You know what I'm saying? Sabito, bitch ass at. I could do like Sabito and Makomo. I mean, this makes sense. It's basically just Tanjiro and Nezuko, but water version. Makomo, Nezuko, Tanjiro, Sabito, Gotoge. Kyoharu, Gotoge. Really, gang? I think that's actually a girl. Really, Gangrena? Gangina? Okay, stop. That sounds like a slur. Anyways, yeah, I could do these two. I mean, they're relative. And yeah, I mean, I guess that's really about it. I mean, you could say like, yeah, just go ahead, put Guillaume and Mujo together. But I mean, they really don't work together. They didn't even fight together because even in against Kokushibo, Muichiro pulls up first, gets stabbed in through the chest, and gets stuck into a pole. Then Guillaume shows up, boxes a little bit. Then Sanemi shows up, and Sanemi, and Guillaume box together. And Muichiro just, I'm hanging on for dear life, gang. Over there in the corner by himself in the cuck chair. Or I guess the cuck pillar, because he's stuck inside of it with a sword through his chest. And that's all I really got. I mean, maybe I could do Kyogai, the drum demon, and the hand demon. They both be trying to tap that. Kyogai and the hand demon from Final Selection, but I mean, they're really not relative. Kyogai is way stronger than him. Spider demon family, they go together. I can't put them into pairs. I mean, I can, but I mean, that's boring. Plus, who would I, like, okay, this dad goes with the mom, the sister goes with the brother, Rui by himself, Rokuro, Wakudaba, you know, tongue demon Yu. That's the one that's in Itsukill. You know, he locked in for a swamp demon. Who cares? Nakame, she don't box. Demons don't really fight together, to be honest, unless they're like Rui's family. but they're all Rui. So I mean, hold up, I just thought of something. Now would you look at that, woman power, look at that, Amane and Tamayo. Can't believe I didn't think of that before. Shout out Amane and Tamayo, the two queens. Why can't women be the leaders? Facts. Look, she pumped out what, 5-6 babies? I think 5, one less than Tanjiro's mom, Kie. Tamayo out here, basically the main reason why Muzan even went down in the first place. Shout out Tamayo, facts. But yeah, they can both, talk about how much they hate Muzan and like be like old leader women, you know, sitting and doing good work. I don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, other than that, that's all I really got. I think I'm checking everybody. Hotaru, no. Hakoneska, no. Even if I like mix it up and be like, okay, let me put Mitsuri in this person, let me put Zenitsu in this person, let me put, like, I've already kind of explained, like, as I put them on the tier list, I've kind of already explained who their other pairing could be, right? Like, shit, I even did it with the first one, with Akaza and Domo or Kyojuro, right? And all these people wouldn't really go together, or like they wouldn't really go with somebody else. They fight alone. We don't really see too much chemistry between them, all the people down here. But anyways, this is my list. So we got Kage, Muzan, Amane, Tamayo. They'd be the leader, or, you know, Ten Tails. Team 1, Kurama, Matatabi, so Yorichi, Kokushibo, Sun and Moon, you know, Sun and Moon, you know, day and night, you know, Facts, Zenitsu. These are 2 water types, so we got the electric types, and then a water type to, you know, counterbalance that. Team Chome, the bug dudes, we got the Praying Mantis, Bad Bitch, and then we got Slither Boy and Whip a Bitch. I think that really balances out because these 2 got similar abilities. These 2 are literally the same. You share the same body. Facts. Saiken, he Bubble Boy, Bubble Bass. These 2 zesty demons, and then these 2 are just weak, but they're like relative, and they're like funny comedic relief, you know. Owie, they even kind of look the same, kind of maybe got long lost brother sister, you know, you don't know about. They both water breathers. They both trash water breathers. I mean, she retired, she quit. You can't even, not even like, I know you can't see the breathing styles because they're not real, but we can't even see it because that's how trash he is. Shout out Murata. Kokuo, probably I think more of a chill one. The horse lady, I don't think they really have genders, the tail beast, but Kokuo, I think she's one of the more chill ones, so Giyu Shinobu should be able to do that. They're, you know, pair. Sabito Makomo, you know what I'm saying. Then you got Team Son Goku with the hands, so he's a monkey, but he got the hands, but he also got that fire. You know what I'm saying? You keep that fire on him. So you got Akaza with the hands, and then Kyojuro with the fire. Got the 2 retired dudes, because like this is like basically Tengen and Kyojuro, but I can't have Kyojuro because he was Akaza, so I got Shinjiro. Flashy Tengen right there, you know, the 2 flash boys and shit, and they're both retired old men shits. Even though Tengen's not really old. And they got Senemi and Kanye, lover couple, you know what I'm saying, about after Shukaku, because Senemi and Kukaku are gonna try to out demon each other, out crazy each other. Kanye is gonna be that middle ground. Inosuke is a crash out, and then Genya looks like a crash out, but he's actually more chill, but he knows how to do a crash out and shit. So I think this list is perfect. Let me know what you think. Do you like my tier list of putting the Demon Slayers in the Akatsuki? How do you think my list looks? Would yours look similar? Would it not? You can even play along. You can go type in tiermaker.com, and you can play along with me. Where would you put the pairings? Maybe you could, when you do your own tier list, tier maker, you can maybe screenshot it, put in the comments, send it to me on my email, or DM me on Instagram, Twitter. Maybe show me what your tier list would be. Put on the Reddit. You know, all the links in my description down below. Let me know your favorite character, your favorite Hashira, breeding style, demon, whatever it is. And while you're doing all that, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to join GLD, and to let me know you like this type of content. And since you like this type of content, well, you might as well turn on post notifications so you don't miss the content that you like. It helps the channel grow, the content grow, and you don't have to watch alone. It could be anybody. It could be a brother, sister, niece, nephew, son, daughter, mom, dad, aunt, uncle, grandpa, granddad. My name is Goldie, aka GOD, and that's all I really got for today. So, bye bye.